Hello. Ah, well, it's lovely to meet you all. You can all sit down. Well done. Thank you for that lovely welcome.
Thank you.
Great. So it's lovely to meet you all. And you're in Florida.
Yes.
Wow. And I'm coming to Miami on Friday. Yeah. So I'm going to arrive in Miami on Friday, and then I'm going to be there for about 5 days. So I'm very looking forward to being very near you all. Great. So, are we going to talk about Peace One Day?
Yes.
Great. And what day are we going to talk about? Yeah, you at the front with your hand up. What day are we going to talk about?
September 21st.
Yeah, well done. We're going to talk about Peace Day, 21st of September. That's cool. Okay, so who did you any of you guys have a question or anything you want to ask? Yeah?
For letting us into. I know you created Peace Day when you're older. So I wonder, when you were a child, did you think you would create such an important day later in life?
Well, do you know what? I think when I was little, I always hoped that I would do something important in life, but I didn't think about Peace Day when I was young. But I think it's really great that your teachers are telling you about Peace Day and your teachers are making sure that we get together today and have a conversation about peace. And I hope that out of this conversation, you might have a little idea about what you want to do when you're older to help people in your school and in your homes and in the community. So do you have, so I hope that you get some good ideas from today of things that you might want to do. Well, thank you for your great question.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, who's next?
Does anybody else have a question? All right, Minnie, do you have a question for Mr. Gilley? Go ahead, don't be shy. I know that when you're about to ring the peace bell, that the terrorists hit the Twin Towers. Do you think that if Peace Day was already instituted, that they wouldn't have done that? And also, do you think that they did it to stop your peace efforts?
Well, that was a very well asked question. So well done for asking your question so clearly and brilliantly. Well done. So I think that I think these kinds of attacks that we see in the world would probably go on. You know, would have gone on if Peace Day had already been created. I think there are sometimes that people want to do things that harm other people. Unfortunately, and we all need to work together to decrease those things, to stop those things in our schools and our homes, communities. We can be peacemakers. We can all be peacemakers, and we can all make sure that our friends in school are okay and happy and not being left out. So I think one part of the answer to your question is I think maybe it would have gone on even though it knew it was Peace Day. But I don't think they did it to. I don't think the attack was related to what we were trying to do in terms of getting the message of Peace Day out that day. What I do think is that when that happened, it made me feel even more committed to making sure that peace is successful and that in the future Peace Days would be successful. Because I think when terrible things happen, that must not be a reason for us to give up. I think it should be the reason for us to work harder. And I think the very special thing about Peace Day is this is the day that you're going to look after all of your friends in school and make sure everybody's fine and that nobody's left out or bullied or feeling sad. So, I really think that, prepare hard for Peace Day next year, but you can also practice making sure that everybody's happy every day. You don't need to wait until Peace Day. So good luck with all your preparations and thank you for your great question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have a question? Raise your hand. Adam, do you want to ask a question? I know the Twin Towers were attacked by terrorists on September 11th, 2001. Do you think it ruined Peace Day?
No, I don't think it ruined Peace Day. I think there are all kinds of things that happen all over the world where people are suffering unnecessarily and unfairly. There are all kinds of events like that. But there's also many events that are very positive. I want you guys to know that there's a lot of wonderful things happening in the world, and there's a lot of peace in the world. And, we can all work hard to be peacemakers ourselves and make sure that everyone in our family is okay, and everyone in school is okay, and everybody in our community is okay. So just remember, it's not all bad news, and there's some very wonderful, positive things happening in the world. But it just so happens that on the news, they tend to focus on some of the bad things. But there are great things happening, and you all are doing a great thing by talking about peace and observing Peace Day. So thank you for your question.
Thank you. Anybody else with a question? Teresa?
I know that it may have been hard to create Peace Day. Why was it so important for you to create Peace Day? Who or what kept you going?
I think what kept me going is all of the amazing young people like you that I've met, all of the amazing Nobel Peace Laureates, the actors and the musicians, and the heads of religions. They've all kept me going. They've all inspired me to keep going. And so that's very important. Right now, the love of my daughter and having a little beautiful girl keeps me going. Because I want her to live in a peaceful world, and that's very important to me. So, but before my daughter was born, what kept me going was the amazing results. The day is very successful. This is the day when more people think about peace than any other day of the year. It's also the day where there's the greatest decrease of violence, and that's really exciting. And you are making it a success. Because you guys are observing the day and telling your friends and telling your family and getting everybody to be involved in this amazing day of peace, it's successful. So we're all in this together. And what keeps me going is great conversations like this. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Ryan, did you have a question?
Hello. What was the hardest part of making Peace Day, and why was it the hardest?
I think the hardest part of creating Peace Day was probably just financially keeping it going. It's been an expensive process to, be working for peace every day and needing, people to work for the organization. So you have to find the funding, and sometimes that can be difficult. So that's a very hard part to deal with. I think that also probably what's quite a hard thing that you need to remember, we all need to remember, is to look after ourselves. Make sure we get good sleep. Make sure we eat healthy food. Make sure that we, look after our friends and family and we care about them. So I think that when you are doing something that is very challenging, you have to make sure that you're looking after yourself and being healthy. It's very important. Very, very important. So I think that, these are the things that are important. Keeping healthy, making sure that you have the funding and the money to do what you want to do, and then just making sure that you're being peaceful. I think also it's important to know that, when you make mistakes, it's not a problem. Mistakes are usually the times when we learn most about how to get it right. Because when you fail sometimes, you learn about how to succeed. So I think it's about having a good, positive attitude, doing your best, trying hard, and when you fall down, just pick yourself up, take a deep breath, and go at it again. Thank you.
Yada, did you have a question?
Yes. I know you met Angelina Jolie, but did you meet any other celebrities that helped you make Peace One Day known to everyone?
Yeah, gosh, I've met so many wonderful actors. There's so many that I've met, Jude Law and Angelina Jolie, and amazing singers like Elton John and Jessie J and Akon and Lenny Kravitz. And I met and worked with John Kerry, who's very important, as you know. He's looking after America with your president. I mean, gosh, so many wonderful people that I've met along the way. And if you look at some of our films or go to our website, you'll see the extraordinary men and women all over the world who are very famous, who have been helpful to Peace One Day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have a question? Amy.
You guys are doing great. You got such great questions. It's excellent. Well done, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. My question is, when you started out with this project, why do you think so many people ignored you when this is such an important event?
Well, I think that sometimes, when you begin something, there's always going to be a few people who say, oh, that's a great idea. And then there might be a few people who say, oh, that's not a good idea. But if you believe in something, you have to try. Just do your best. Because it doesn't matter if you fail. It doesn't matter if you succeed. The important thing is you just try. Because you're going to learn something by trying. It's like with your sports or with the lessons or with art or with music or singing or dancing. Just try. And it doesn't matter if people laugh at you because you're trying and it's great and you can just laugh with them. So I think that actually, it's really interesting, when people, say don't do something because, what you can do is you can have a good think about why they're saying that. And maybe you can think, maybe there's something I can learn from them saying that. Maybe I need to listen to them and understand why they're saying that. And maybe I can then think about it and come up with a solution that's even better than what I had. So, when things are difficult, that's when you learn a lot. And you just have to be patient. You have to keep trying. Just keep doing your best. Doesn't matter if you don't succeed. You've got to try again.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good luck.
Does anybody else have a question? Fernando, you want to ask a question?
Every September 21st, we participate in school events. How do you think we can raise awareness for this very important day?
Well, I think that, you can tell your brothers and your sisters and your mums and your dads and your cousins and everyone that you know to observe the day. So, there might be a local restaurant that you go to. You can ask them to do something on the day. Or you might play football or soccer or baseball or, you might have a sport that you love. So you can tell, the people that you do those activities with. It's like you might use some social media or you might be able to email some friends. You might even know somebody in another country. Do you know anyone in another country apart from America?
Do you know another country, Fernando?
I don't really know anybody in another country except my family.
Yeah, well, where are they, Fernando? Where are your family? What other country do they come from or do they know people?
They come from Bolivia.
Wow, amazing. So you could just what you could do is you could send an email or make a phone call to someone in Bolivia and say, hey, do you know it's Peace Day? Will you do something? And then suddenly you could be getting somebody to do something there, and that would be incredible. Hands up, anybody who knows somebody in another country. Okay. Well, what other countries? Do you guys tell me some of those other countries, one by one, that you know someone in? India? That's
India, yes.
Amazing. Where else?
Maybe France.
France, great.
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic, wonderful.
Uruguay.
Uruguay.
Wow. Any more? Go on, you keep this.
Michael? Colombia.
Colombia, beautiful. Where else?
Catherine?
Germany and Ireland, great. Where else?
Lauren? Peru?
Peru, great.
Ronnie?
Italy.
Ryan? Austria. Nia?
Kenya.
And Kasaya? Trinidad and Tobago.
So look at that, Fernando. Well done, everybody, for telling us where you... So, Fernando, it's very interesting, your question, because the answer is really just being answered for us in the room. What can we do for this important cause? What can we do to get the message out there, Fernando? So, whether it's Kenya or Bolivia or Colombia or India or Ireland or Germany or Uruguay, all of those amazing countries, Kenya, that we just heard. What might be great is I can see on the wall behind you, Fernando, I can see lots of pictures and things put on the wall. So maybe we can ask your teachers to put a big world map on the wall. And what we can do is, with the help of our mums and dads, we can write to somebody that we know in one of those countries and see if we can get them to do something on Peace Day or mark Peace Day. And then, Fernando, you're going to be spreading the message all across the world. And you're going to be learning lots of things. We're going to be learning about each other's countries. We're going to be learning about letter writing and communication. We're going to be dialoguing with our parents. We're going to be spreading awareness. And that is peace building. And that's what we all need to be doing. So you asked a really good question. And I hope that you have a good time with your teachers, reaching out to people in the world and getting them to celebrate Peace Day as well. Maybe those people that you guys all know might know another school, and you can communicate with that school and maybe Skype with that school and talk about the things that you're all going to do for Peace Day. So thank you for your question, Fernando. You just you got us all inspired there, mate.
Thank you. Patrick, did you have a question?
We learned about some countries that are not as fortunate as us. How can we help these countries? For example, Rwanda.
Well, I think that what we need to do is we can reach out to those countries and let them know if they're marking Peace Day. I think if ever, if you wanted to help, I think the most important thing that you can do really seriously is by marking the day in your school with your friends and your family. Because if we all mark the Day of Peace, no matter where we live, then we're gonna create a more peaceful culture. And that's what we all need to be doing. We all need to understand that we all play a role in a more peaceful world. Your teachers can talk to you about this another day. I'm not going to go into detail about this particular point, but what I will tell you is that most violence, about 97% of the violence that happens in the world today, happens in our homes and communities and schools. Okay? Only about 3% in areas of conflict and through terrorism. So it's really interesting for you because you can be a peacemaker. You can be a peacemaker. I can be a peacemaker in England or in America or in Uruguay or in Germany or in Colombia or in India or in Ireland. We can all spread the message of peace because we need to manifest peace wherever we are, because there are all kinds of people who feel upset or they feel left out, whether it's in my country or in your country or even in Rwanda or wherever it might be. So you become a peace builder and a peacemaker in your beautiful country of America, in the wonderful state of Florida. So good luck with that, my friend.
Thank you. Patrick, do you want to ask a question?
We've been praying for persecuted Christians, and I was wondering, why would people be persecuting other people just because of their religion?
Well, I think, there are all kinds of reasons why people fall out with each other. It might be to do with religion, or it might be to do with politics. Because when people have different views and they see things differently, sometimes they have arguments about it. And sometimes those arguments lead to real violence. Sometimes even in the playground at school, one person wants to do things one way, another person wants to do another way, and they have a fight, and they have an argument, or they shout at one another. So sometimes it just happens in life that people, get angry about another person's views because they want them to have their view. They want them to believe in what they believe in, because they think it's right. But actually, we've all got to embrace our differences and our religions and our views and our colours. We've got to just kind of embrace each other and accept each other's differences. And in fact, we've got to celebrate that. Yeah? So I think that you can use Peace Day as an opportunity to find out about each other's cultures and each other's religions and the differences that you have. You can talk about your differences in the classroom. And that's a really exciting thing. And you can just embrace those, you know. So I think that you ask a really important question. And I think Peace Day is an opportunity to learn about the differences that we all have and celebrate them. Yeah? Okay, well, good luck with that.
Thank you. Does anybody else have a question for Mr. Gilley? You guys want to show him the pinwheels we made for Peace Day?
Yes.
Hi, kids.
Hello.
Just wanted to let you know that Jeremy has 5 more minutes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody want to share?
Hey, look at those. What are those? What do you guys have? What do you got there? Woo! They look amazing. Wow, they're great. And you said, did you all make those for Peace Day?
Yeah.
Well done, everybody. Well done. It's fantastic. So you're going to make some of those for Peace Day next year?
Yeah.
What else are you going to do on Peace Day? Maybe you guys should tell me some of the things that you're going to do on Peace Day next year. What would somebody like to do? Anybody got any ideas? Yeah, what would you like to do at the front there? You just put your hand up.
I like to travel my family from Florida, and we just celebrate somewhere, and we pray for the others that have died, and
Well, that's beautiful. That's a wonderful thing. Bring all of the family together and pray for those that have passed away, you know, and just be really united. Well done. That's a beautiful thing to do on Peace Day after school. Okay, there's a hand at the back there. Yeah, waving there.
well, it would be really awesome if we were able to have a Peace Day celebration kind of.
Yeah, you could have an amazing Peace Day celebration, and I think you just got to bring everybody together, all your friends, tell everybody, tell other schools, you know, wave the American flag that I can see, because you know what? Peace Day is also America's Day of Peace. That's the work that we did with John Kerry many years ago. Peace Day, 21st of September, is America's Day of Peace. It's also the world's Day of Peace. So you're going to have an amazing time. It's going to be awesome.
Minnie?
Maybe we can like Catherine said, we can have a little party and invite everybody, and we can have a donation box so they can put donations in it, and we'll send it to countries that need help with suffering.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know what? But you can also give it to organizations that in America that might be, you know, being able to fund things that are going on in your own country, you know, because sometimes there's trouble everywhere. There's trouble in the UK, and there's all kinds of organizations in the UK that are trying to help people who have suffered from violence in the home, or sometimes with little bullying organizations, big bullying organizations, you know, that are trying to help people in schools. So, you know, if you raise any money, you might even be able to find an American organization that you could give it to that's trying to help people, young people who might be having a hard time around you. So, but that's a brilliant idea. Having a party, doing poetry, having music, showing art. You know, maybe you could play the one Peace Day anthem that you can get on iTunes. That's on our website. You should listen to that song. It's fantastic. You could play that on Peace Day as well. So yeah, there's loads of things you can do, but it sounds like you guys are doing really great, and I know that they're going to call me for another meeting. So what I want to say is that I thought all of your questions were absolutely brilliant, and I hope that you have a wonderful Peace Day on 2016, and a big thank you to your teachers for bringing us all together. So bye-bye, St. Andrew's Catholic School in Coral Springs, Florida. Thank you. Bye. See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you.